Ah, my dear. Something shifted around you before you even knew to look. It wasn't a vision, it wasn't an omen, it was a rewiring of the invisible framework that carries your life. For years, you have been moving through the world thinking you were unguarded, unaware that a presence was quietly shadowing your path, making calculations, writing footnotes on your decisions. That presence waited. It measured. It absorbed every frequency you broadcast until you reached a point of resonance that only the rarest souls ever reach. 8 hours ago, the signal hit critical mass. That is when everything began to move. You felt it as a pressure behind your thoughts, a weight on your chest that didn't belong to anxiety, a strange alertness that had no source. That wasn't imagination. That was an arrival. Someone, not a person in the ordinary sense, but a force clothed in intention, stepped fully into your orbit. It had been circling you for years, but now it's active. An activity of this magnitude is never decorative. It means enforcement has begun. It means consequences are moving before you even act. It means the chessboard around you is being rearranged by hands you cannot see, but can definitely feel. This is not about superstition. This is about energy governance. When a field becomes too compressed with unresolved tension, correction happens. The mystery force behind you is a corrective force. It doesn't negotiate with sabotage. It converts sabotage into raw material for your ascent. That's why your adversaries keep finding themselves entangled in their own nets. They think it's clumsiness, but it's geometry. Every whisper they've spoken, every seed they've planted has been mapped and time-stamped. And when the appointed hour arrives, the correction executes itself. No noise, no warnings, just the quiet disappearance of their advantage. Understand this. Your years of restraint were not wasted. They were investment. The longer you held your tongue, the stronger the energy behind you became. You were being trained in invisibility so that when the force moved, there would be no fingerprints on your hands. That's why things are accelerating now. That's why people who once underestimated you suddenly stutter when they say your name. They're sensing a shift they can't explain. They're feeling the perimeter of your field tighten. They're standing in a room they built for your downfall and finding the floor unstable under their own feet. 8 hours. That's all it took. Because the unseen doesn't need months to change reality. It needs alignment. And alignment is what you finally reached. You stopped chasing explanation and started embodying command. That's when the force moved from passive to active. It's not here to pamper you. It's here to position you. It's here to open doors by closing others, to expose hidden intentions by withdrawing access, to end cycles you would have stayed trapped in for years. What feels like loss to you is actually clearance. The weight that left your life in these last hours wasn't random. It was removed. The ones who tried to interfere with your path can't stabilize their own now. They'll call it bad luck, but luck doesn't dismantle strategies with this precision. The field surrounding you is not random protection. It's intentional infrastructure. It watches everything. It waits for timing. It's older than their titles, stronger than their influence, and immune to their bribes. This is why you must stay disciplined. The Force doesn't defend recklessness. It defends alignment. It requires you to match its precision. Each word, each thought, each movement now carries weight. This is the season where your presence becomes an instrument. You'll start to notice the difference between instinct and intellect. Instinct used to be a guess. Now it's instruction. You'll think of someone and minutes later they'll appear. You'll sense tension before it manifests. You'll see patterns in conversations that reveal motives without evidence. That's your guidance system going live. It's not paranoia. It's the new communication protocol between you and the mystery force. Follow it. Trust it. Let it guide your timing, your speech, your decisions. Every step you take in obedience to it multiplies its reach on your behalf. Do not announce your transformation. Announcement is a signal to interference. The less you explain, the more leverage you hold. Confusion is your camouflage. Let them misread your moves. Their misreading is a trap that collects their energy and returns it to you. Every accusation becomes fuel. Every dismissal becomes momentum. This is how the Force works. It transfigures opposition into propulsion. That's why your enemies keep feeding your rise without knowing it. They're building the altar from which you'll ascend. You're going to feel a strange calm inside chaos now. Don't mistake it for numbness. It's stabilization. The energy behind you has locked into position. It will not prevent every challenge. It will dismantle the intent behind challenges before they can root. You will still see smoke, but the fire will be gone. You will still hear threats, but the power behind them will dissolve. That's because you are no longer moving alone. You're moving with an unseen executive force that doesn't need to advertise itself to be effective. In the coming days, you'll notice people returning to you, some out of curiosity, some out of guilt, some out of necessity. Don't confuse their return with reconciliation. Many will return as informants without realizing they're delivering intel to you. Listen more than you speak. Every conversation now is a data stream. Every slip of the tongue is a breadcrumb. Your field is magnetic. It will draw out confessions without questions. Use them. Build your strategy from them. The mystery force will amplify your discernment so you can separate loyalty from leverage. This is not a rescue story. This is a repositioning. You're not being hidden. You're being elevated. The force behind you is not a bodyguard. It's an architect of placement. It doesn't just block attacks. It moves you to a vantage point where attacks become irrelevant. That's why you're feeling detachment from old connections. That's why people you thought you'd never lose are fading out. They're not being punished. They're being resorted. Only those who can breathe at your altitude will remain. Everyone else will self-select out. 8 hours ago, a threshold was crossed. Someone somewhere made a move against you that authorized the force to reveal itself. It had been waiting for that trigger. Now it's active, and activation is not reversible. Your timeline has been accelerated. You're no longer on the old track. Opportunities, exposures, revelations, they're all moving toward you faster. It may feel overwhelming. Anchor yourself in discipline. Keep your speech measured. Keep your circle clean. This is how you honor the force, by matching its precision with your behavior. Every time you resist the urge to explain, you expand its reach. Every time you act from clarity instead of impulse, you increase its speed. This is the mathematics of alignment. You've entered a phase where reality bends to your inner state. The mystery force is not an external savior. It's an externalization of your internal mastery. You built it by your choices, your sacrifices, your patience. Now it's here, and it's not leaving. What it demands from you is stewardship. You can't go back to smallness. You can't go back to apologizing for your power. You can't go back to waiting for permission. So when you feel the ground shifting under those who tried to destabilize you, don't gloat. Observe. When you see opportunities appear that you didn't apply for, don't panic. Step in. When you hear confessions fall from the mouths of those who once lied about you, don't react. Take note. Every movement now is data. Every event is a signal. Every outcome is an instruction. The Force is teaching you how to operate at this level. And at this level, hesitation is a leak. You must begin to think like the energy moving for you. Precise, deliberate, exact. This is not a phase of passive observation anymore. This is the moment where you're initiated into cooperation with the mystery force itself. The question isn't just, who is behind you? The deeper question is, why it moved now. For years, it remained a shadow presence, recording, calibrating, letting you learn hard lessons without interference. It let betrayals burn through your old identity so your nervous system could handle exposure at this altitude. It let isolation strip you of dependence so you could hold power without panic. It let scarcity teach you resourcefulness so you could sustain success without collapse. Only when the pattern was complete did it activate. 8 hours ago was not an accident. It was a scheduled pivot, a silent countdown you couldn't hear finally hit 0. When you understand this, your posture changes. You stop thinking like a victim of circumstance and start thinking like an agent of alignment. The force behind you doesn't want worship. It wants partnership. It wants you to speak only when speaking amplifies its work. It wants you to move only when movement advances its geometry. It wants you to see beyond appearances, because at this stage, appearances are the camouflage of reality. Every sudden opportunity, every unexpected setback, every random message is a coded briefing. Read them. Treat each moment as intelligence delivery. The faster you decode, the faster it moves. Notice how the faces around you are changing. People who were once indifferent now act as if they've known you all along. People who were once aggressive suddenly shift to politeness. They're not changing because they see your value. They're changing because your field has been reclassified. In the unseen ledger, access to you now carries cost. Those who can't afford that cost will retreat. Those who try to push without permission will experience immediate friction. You don't need to threaten anyone. The Mystery Force acts as an invisible border patrol. It isn't punishing them, it's calibrating the distance between their intention and your new coordinates. This is why you've been feeling that strange mixture of calm and intensity at the same time. You're standing in a newly secured corridor. It's not visible to the human eye, but it's real. Think of it as a passageway being cleared ahead of you by an unseen convoy. They move debris before you even arrive. They scramble interference before you even sense it. They are not servants. They're strategists. They operate from a level where events are chess pieces, not accidents. The war declared for you is not a conventional battle. It's a silent dismantling of everything built against your timeline. You will begin to see evidence. Projects that once stalled will suddenly accelerate. Information that was hidden will surface without your searching. Secrets spoken about you will backfire on the speaker in ways you could never orchestrate yourself. This is the Force making its moves. It doesn't care about their opinions. It cares about equilibrium. It will level the ground, even if that means toppling structures you thought were permanent. Your task is not to cling, but to walk. Step forward when doors open. Do not drag what's collapsing into what's being built. Understand that the war declared on your behalf is not about revenge. It's about placement. You've been moved to a different altitude, and at this altitude, certain things cannot survive. Lies lose oxygen, manipulation loses traction, envy loses reach. You're not simply being defended, you're being prepared for visibility at a scale that would have crushed you before. That's why you're noticing a purge of habits, contacts, environments. It's not random pruning, it's preparation. Every removal makes room for precision. Every exposure strengthens your discernment. Every disruption teaches you how to walk through fire without being burned. Now comes the psychological shift. Up until now, you've defined mystery force as something external, something out there, circling you like a guardian. But this activation is revealing its true nature. It's not an outside entity holding your hand. It's the accumulated power of your alignment with your original design, the echo of every disciplined choice you made when no one was watching, the signal of every boundary you enforced when it cost you connection, the frequency of every prayer you whispered when you were empty. It has gathered itself into a field around you because you've earned the right to wield it. This is why it feels both familiar and otherworldly. You're not just being protected, you're being integrated with your own higher infrastructure. That integration has rules. You cannot speak carelessly anymore. Words at this altitude become instructions. You cannot harbor resentment anymore. Bitterness at this altitude becomes corrosion. You cannot cling to outdated identities anymore. Smallness at this altitude becomes a magnet for collapse. This is why the Force let you endure so much before activating. It needed to be sure you could steward this power without self-destruction. Now that it's here, it will demand elevation from you. You are no longer simply a recipient of protection. You are a participant in its deployment. What does that look like in practice? It looks like decisions made without hesitation because the data is clear. It looks like stepping into rooms you once felt unqualified for because the invitation is your validation. It looks like moving with quiet authority, not announcing your every step, but knowing each step has impact. It looks like recognizing that your very presence now tilts the environment, so you stop minimizing yourself to make others comfortable. The war declared for you has already shifted the balance of power. Now you must shift your self-concept to match. Do not misinterpret the acceleration as chaos. Acceleration at this stage is choreography. Meetings cancel at the last minute because you were never meant to attend. Opportunities expire because better ones are inbound. People ghost you because they've been removed from your narrative. This is not rejection, this is redirection. This is what the Mystery Force does best. It engineers the collapse of false paths so you don't waste years on detours. If you can hold your center while this happens, you'll step into positions you didn't even know existed. As this continues, you'll also notice your influence expanding. Ideas you speak casually will begin to manifest quickly. Thoughts you entertain will shape events. This is not imagination. It's the feedback loop of a field in full activation. The Mystery Force amplifies whatever you project. That's why discipline of mind and speech becomes non-negotiable. You can no longer afford idle negativity. It will return to you magnified. Likewise, your quiet intentions for others will find their way into their reality faster than ever. This is why the ethic of your heart matters now. The war for you is also a test of you. Those who watch from the sidelines will struggle to explain it. They'll call it luck, coincidence, manipulation. Let them. Their confusion is your cover. The less they understand, the less they can interfere. Even those close to you may feel unsettled. Not because you've changed overnight, but because the vibration around you no longer tolerates old dynamics. They will either adjust or exit. You don't need to push. The field is self-sorting. Trust it. There's another layer to this war. It's not only dismantling external sabotage, it's also burning off internal residue. You may feel old triggers surface one last time, old fears, old doubts, old temptations. This is not regression, it's purging. The Force is flushing out what cannot cross into the next level with you. Don't fight the purge. Witness it, release it. Every time you let go, you lighten your field. Every time you resist reacting, you reinforce your sovereignty. This is how you stabilize your elevation. You've wondered for years why your life seemed to stall right before breakthrough. This is the answer. You were being fortified for stewardship. You were being trained to handle influence without arrogance, visibility without vanity, power without cruelty. The mystery force behind you was always present, but it refuses to operate at full capacity for someone still addicted to reaction. Only now have you become still enough inside to handle speed outside. That's why everything changed in 8 hours. The Force didn't arrive. It revealed itself. So who is this Force? It is the echo of every righteous decision you made when no one believed in you. It is the consequence of alignment, the convergence of unseen allies, the orchestration of a cosmic intelligence that responds only to readiness. Some will call it destiny, some will call it God, some will call it universal law. Call it what you will. The name doesn't matter. What matters is partnership. It's here. It's active. It's reorganizing your life as you read this. And it will not stop until its assignment is complete. From this moment, you are no longer playing defense. The war declared for you is not about hiding you. It's about revealing you at the right time, in the right way, to the right eyes. It's about building corridors of influence that can't be sabotaged because they're invisible until the moment they're needed. It's about exposing those who played with your name so thoroughly that their own echoes undo them. It's about preparing you for a stage you couldn't have imagined months ago. And it's already happening. Begin to walk as if you're being escorted by an unseen convoy, because you are. Speak as if your words become blueprints, because they do. Move as if the ground is clearing ahead of you, because it is. Stop trying to convince the unready. Every moment spent in explanation dilutes the charge. Your power now is in direction, not persuasion. Your presence now is a statement. The mystery force behind you is not a story. It's a living infrastructure around you, and you are the only one who can sabotage it by shrinking. Don't. This is the revelation at the core of Part 2. The 8-hour shift wasn't a fluke. It was the unveiling of a force that has been waiting for years to see if you would qualify for it. Now that you have, it's moving faster than you can narrate. You'll be tempted to slow it down, to make it comfortable. For others, don't. You'll be tempted to hide it, to avoid jealousy. Don't. You'll be tempted to doubt it because it feels unreal. Don't. This is as real as gravity. It's the invisible infrastructure of your next chapter, and it's already built. And as you stand here, absorbing this, remember, every moment from now on is a test of stewardship. Every decision is a seed. Every word is a command. The war for you has cleared the path. Now you must walk it, step by step, without apology, without fear, without delay. Because what comes next isn't a continuation of the old story. It's a new chapter written with a hand you can't see, moving with a speed you can barely comprehend. The war declared for you has already reshaped the terrain. In the invisible corridors of decision-making, your name has shifted categories. You are no longer listed as a problem to contain, but as a variable to respect, a presence to calculate around. This is the first sign of the mystery force in full operation. Those who once dismissed you now adjust their strategies before they act. They may not tell you outright, but their hesitation is proof. This is not about intimidation. It's about rearrangement. The energy behind you is positioning you into sequences you didn't know existed. People you've never met are feeling a pull toward you. Rooms you've never entered are already discussing you. Doors that were closed for years will now open without a knock. This is what happens when the unseen takes the lead. Geography bends, time compresses, probabilities collapse. The 8-hour shift you felt was not the end of a countdown. It was the ignition of acceleration, and with acceleration comes visibility. You've been hidden in plain sight, carrying an energy too dense to be displayed prematurely. Now that density is stabilizing. The force can begin to reveal you without risk of contamination. You'll notice subtle signals, an increase in unsolicited opportunities, unusual alignments of timing, messages from distant contacts who suddenly felt they should reach out. These aren't coincidences. They're movements of a convoy you can't see but can partner with. Your task is to stay centered, accept the opening without over-explaining, step through without dragging yesterday's caution into today's command. Who is this mystery force? By now you've begun to feel the truth. It is not just an external guardian hovering around you. It is the accumulated intelligence of every higher decision you've made, the alliance of unseen helpers magnetized by your readiness, the orchestration of an order older than your doubts. It's a coalition of energy, timing, and divine precision, responding to a signal you've been unconsciously transmitting for years. It isn't sentimental, it isn't random, it's precise. And it moves for you because you've become a vessel it can move through. That's why you can no longer behave like the old you. The old you apologized for taking up space. The old you explained your worth to the unready. The old you tried to convince the unwilling. That version of you would leak the charge the force has built. The mystery force requires a new posture, less explanation, more execution, less hesitation, more discernment, less reaction, more direction. This is not arrogance. This is stewardship. You're not playing bigger because you crave validation. You're walking taller because the corridor around you demands it. Understand the nature of the war declared on your behalf. It's not loud. It's not violent. It's surgical. It dismantles infrastructure of sabotage. It reroutes influence. It flips the energy of exposure so that what was meant to harm you becomes a stage for your emergence. It does not shield you from every challenge. It uses challenge as a calibration tool, sharpening your instincts, testing your ability to hold composure under pressure. Each test you pass expands its range. Each moment you stay aligned under provocation authorizes another level of intervention. This is why your dreams feel different lately. They're no longer random fragments. They're briefings. They're training simulations delivered in symbolic form, teaching you how to navigate corridors you haven't entered yet. Write them down. Decode them. They're not for entertainment. They're intelligence packets. The mystery force doesn't waste communication on the unready. If it's speaking to you in images, it's because you've reached a level where your subconscious can process higher bandwidth than your waking mind. As you step into this phase, the distinction between inner and outer will blur. Thoughts you hold privately will manifest externally faster. Intentions you whisper will ripple into events. This is not a trick. It's a consequence of resonance. The field amplifies whatever you project. That's why the ethics of your inner world now matter more than ever. Resentment, gossip, self-pity. They're no longer harmless lapses. At this altitude, they're corrosive. Conversely, clarity, gratitude, strategic focus, they're no longer just good habits. At this altitude, they're catalytic. The war for you is also a purification of you. People will test your boundaries, not because they're bold, but because your new vibration triggers curiosity and fear. Some will approach to learn, some will approach to siphon, some will approach to sabotage. Your discernment is your defense. The mystery force will orchestrate exposures, subtle slips, sudden reveals, so you can see intentions before they can harm you. Trust those reveals. Act on them. Release access without explanation. The less drama you create, the more power you keep. The field around you thrives on precision, not noise. You'll notice that your very presence now acts as a mirror. In your proximity, people reveal their true character faster. They confess motives without realizing it. They self-destruct if their energy is incompatible with yours. This is not a curse, it's a filter. It spares you the long arc of deception by accelerating revelation. You're not causing their collapse. You are triggering their disclosure. This is part of the war declared for you. The rapid unveiling of hidden agendas. This unveiling will extend beyond personal relationships. Institutions that mishandled your name will face exposure. Networks that tried to suppress your movement will fragment. Narratives spun against you will reverse course. You won't have to defend yourself. You won't even have to respond. The Force will orchestrate circumstances so that truth surfaces through unrelated channels, timing it for maximum impact and minimum effort from you. This is how it conserves your energy for the actual work ahead. And what is that work? It's not revenge. It's construction. The Mystery Force clears obstacles so you can build. Build the vision you've been sketching in secret. Build the message you've been hesitant to speak. Build the structure that will outlast the noise. You're being positioned as a node of influence, a bridge between worlds, a transmitter of a higher frequency. This is why it intervened now. The moment has arrived for the message you carry to enter the public square without distortion. You may feel unprepared. That's normal. Power always feels too big when it first lands. But look at your history. Every quiet discipline, every sleepless night of study, every practice of restraint was preparation. You've been building capacity without realizing it. Now the Mystery Force is expanding your platform to match your preparation. It's not a reward, it's a deployment. When a soldier is deployed, they don't question why the training was hard. They understand the assignment. You're stepping into your assignment now. As this deployment unfolds, you'll sense a new kind of time. Hours will stretch or compress. You'll accomplish in a day what used to take weeks. You'll meet someone once and feel as though you've known them for years. This is not magic. It's synchronization. The war for you operates in time differently than human planning. It collapses delays. It accelerates alignments. It places you at intersections where multiple paths converge. Your job is to recognize these intersections and step into them without hesitation. There will also be moments of stillness between movements. Don't misinterpret them as stagnation. They're recalibration periods. The field is adjusting variables around you. Use them for reflection, not panic. In those moments, review your instructions, clarify your intentions, cleanse your environment. The next movement will always be larger than the last, and stillness is how you expand your container to hold it. The Mystery Force is not here to take credit. It will never announce itself with banners. It moves through outcomes. Its signature is precision. Its proof is results. You will know it by the ease with which impossible things begin to unfold, by the exactness of timing, by the way obstacles dissolve when you stop pushing. Others will try to label it, but labels are irrelevant. What matters is that you've crossed the threshold. You're operating under a new jurisdiction now. And under this jurisdiction, secrecy is strength. The less you speak of your strategies, the safer they are. Share only what is necessary for execution. Let results speak. The war declared for you thrives in shadows because it's dismantling structures built in shadows. It knows how to navigate that terrain. Trust its tactics. Don't rush to expose everything. Reveal only when the field signals it's time. You'll know. The same intuitive nudge that once warned you will now guide you. As this process continues, you'll begin to feel the distinction between your will and the will of the Force blur. You'll think of something and see it arranged days later. You'll desire clarity, and information will surface without effort. This is co-creation. You're not losing free will, you're gaining alignment. The Mystery Force doesn't override you, it extends you. It's the larger version of you moving ahead, clearing debris so your human self can walk freely. What you're stepping into now is not a promise of a frictionless life. It's the capacity to move through friction without losing momentum. It's the authority to stand in arenas designed to break you and remain intact. It's the wisdom to recognize which battles are decoys and which are assignments. It's the grace to let go of vengeance and focus on building. It's the confidence to know that those who tried to harm you have already written their own consequences. This is the closure of the question you began with: who is the Mystery Force behind you? It is the alliance of every unseen element that responds to readiness, the orchestration of divine precision, the convergence of helpers visible and invisible, the echo of your own highest self. Everything changed in 8 hours because you finally became a vessel large enough to hold it. Someone just declared war for you. But that someone isn't a single figure in a cloak. It's a network of power that transcends the categories you once used. It's an unfolding you can trust. Walk forward now as if the ground itself is an agreement, because it is. Speak as if your words are keys, because they are. Decide as if your decisions are blueprints, because they are. The Mystery Force will not fail you, but it will mirror you. If you shrink, it will contract. If you rise, it will expand. This is the covenant of alignment. This is the hidden clause in the war declared for you. And as you step into this awareness, remember, observation is your first weapon, intention is your second, discipline is your third. Combine them, and you become unassailable. The field around you is not fragile, it's resilient. But it requires your participation. Every time you choose clarity over chaos, patience over panic, discernment over drama, you strengthen its perimeter. Every time you speak life over your path, you tighten its weave. Every time you trust timing over urgency, you invite acceleration. So finally, you've learned who the Mystery Force is. You've seen what it can do in hours. You've felt its presence reposition you. Now you must live as its partner, not its spectator. Step into the corridors it clears. Accept the invitations it orchestrates. Release the hands it pries away. Build what it positions you to build. This is not the end of protection. It's the beginning of deployment. The war declared for you is already won in the unseen. Your task now is to walk it out in the scene. And with every step you take, the Force moves further ahead, preparing terrain you've never dreamed of, waiting for you to arrive and claim it.